I want to know, what businesses did you run? So he said, I never ran a business. So I said, what are you going to teach me if you're earning £20,000 a year?
Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be interviewing Sunil Patel, the student loan millionaire. So guys, I'm really excited. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So guys, today I'm joined with the one and only student loan millionaire, Sunil Patel.
I'm Sunil C Patel, aka student loan millionaire. Currently, I'm a property investor. I invest in, got my own companies, and I'm following the current trends and markets to motivate people, because there's so many, I see so many fake people out there where the main thing they do is sell to people online. And one of the main reasons I am online and I'm on social media and it's growing now is because for years I've just been putting out the truth. I show the property projects.
Definitely.
I show the business deals. I show, that I'm researching gold and silver now. And so I show people the behind the scenes.
There are a lot of fake people out there, trying to sell their courses and, trying to get you to pay for a subscription model to give you information, but at the same time your content's really real and straight to the point, which I love. And that's I every day I go through your TikTok and and I see your motivational speeches that you make. And so for the people that don't already follow you, where can they follow you at the moment?
So YouTube is my main platform that I'm building. So it's YouTubeSunil.com. So it's YouTubeSunil.com. It leads you straight into my page. I would advise you to subscribe straight away. Go to any video and leave a comment so I know you and I can start communicating. I communicate on YouTube to the followers there. Then in TikTok is @Student Loan Millionaire.
Perfect.
Instagram's @Student Loan Millionaire. My personal website is sunilcpatel.com. And everything I do is on there, and a lot of my videos. And I've just started it by public demand, something called Sunil's 300. So off the back of Spartan's thing, so many people reached out to me, Sunil, we want you to mentor us and help us. Who wants to be part of Sunil's 300? I'm looking for 300 people worldwide, UK, to join, and I will mentor you half an hour a month. And you'll have all my resources inside a website. I'll get a website built. So I never planned it. It organically happened. And I just launched it a few days ago. And 5 people are part of the Sunil's 300. So if anyone's interested to be mentored by me, it's sunils300.com.
If you guys want to visit any of Sunil's links, all of them will be in the description down below. So by all means, go straight to the links after you've watched this and definitely sign up if that's something that you want to do. When I've been watching your videos, from my kind of understanding, you didn't have an easy start. How do you want to tell people how you got started?
Yes. So the journey starts as a child, really. I question everything from a young age. Questioning, especially when I'm in school, I'm like asking the teachers lots of questions. Why is this? Why is that? And I was thinking, why are they teaching me things that I don't want to learn? Right. So my mind's always like a clear sponge and a clear water. And I remember just like a teacher of mine in geography, and I said to her, Miss, if I ate 100 apples, will I get fat? And she would think I'm disrupting the class, but my mind's just inquisitive. And she said, no, you won't get fat, but you'll go to the toilet all day. So I'm in trouble in school for asking all these questions because my mind is just looking around. Business, I think, has always been in my blood. Buying and selling. The first type of entrepreneur thing I done, I took chocolates and crisps from home into class, like 2 packets of crisps, 2 packs of chocolates, and I run in, and the school I went to was quite rough, and the background, Shepherd's Bush, quite a rough area, and I pretended that I stole the crisps and chocolates from a shop or something, right? And the rough guys in my class come up and they buy it off me, the crisps and chocolate, for 20p each. So I have like 80p on me. I knew a shop in the area that sold the crisps and chocolate cheap, and I'd go and buy them back, and I'd have 20 pence profit. So I was doing that at the age of 20.
Yeah.
I mean, at the age of 12, my mind was thinking like, just like an entrepreneur thinking. And then if we fast forward to my last year in college, so I was DJing, I was smoking, drinking, like I don't smoke and drink now for the last 20 years. I was smoking weed, I was drinking, I was partying, I was a DJ. And, but it came to the end of the year and I had to straighten up to pass. I was doing a BTEC first, BTEC National Diploma.
Yeah.
And the teacher in the classroom was being sarcastic to all of us. And he was being, I don't know if he was being racist, I can't say he was being racist, he was being really cheeky to the students about how people were speaking and stuff. And he was a business teacher. And he wrote a paper that was a bit controversial. So I put my hand up, I was at the back of the class. And I said, sir, he said, what do you want to know? I said, what businesses have you run? So he turns around and he says to me, stop being naughty, don't disrupt the class. I said, no, sir, I really want to know. If you're teaching us business skills in this class and you're being sarcastic on the paper and being a bit rude to us, I want to know what businesses did you run? So he said, I never ran a business. So I said, what are you going to teach me if you're earning £20,000 a year? You're disrupting the class as well. You're not teaching us in a nice manner. I couldn't be bothered, right? It was like, it seemed so irrelevant what I was learning. So I said to the girls, can you just lend me the assignment and I'll change the words. I'm sick of this. But I revised and I passed with good grades. And I had a place in university to go. But I just didn't want to go. I thought, I'm just done. I made my mind up that I was just done.
Yeah.
You know, I had enough of this education system, enough of school as well. My family kind of said, look, why don't you go into business first? But I was naturally a businessman.
Yeah.
I was naturally a businessman. I decided to be an entrepreneur. I said, I'm not going to go university. I'm not going to go. But I had a student loan.
Okay.
I had a student loan. That's where the name Student Loan Millionaire comes from. Okay. Right? So, and I used a student loan. I said, I'm going to do something with that. And I wanted to, so the first thing I done with the student loan, I bought books. Because my mind is always thinking common sense.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, imagine I dropped out of education. So that took away what the teachers and education system was saying. They were saying, get a degree, you're clever.
Yeah.
Yeah? Get a degree and you're clever. Don't fail your exams. If you fail, you are a failure. I dropped it, I cut the strings and I said, I'm leaving, right? And I left with only a student loan in my hand, right? But I burnt the bridges. So my mind was pure again, like I was when I was young in school. And then I bought books on Richard Branson. I said to myself, I'm only going to learn how to make money from people who made money from nothing.
Okay.
Richard Branson, Henry Onassis, Henry Ford, McDonald's. So rather than go university, I was reading books. I was reading and I was writing notes. My goal at the age of 19, 20 was, what makes them millionaires? I want to know, how could they become millionaires with no money? It was persistence. They never gave up.
Yeah.
They didn't listen to the people that wasn't where they wanted to go. They ignored their friends. They ignored a lot of their family members. They were stubborn. And the main thing was persistence. I said, I need persistence. I had the student loan money and I said, I want to start a pool club.
Okay.
In Shepherd's Bush, because that was my passion.
Yeah.
And I was going to call it Pool Hut. And I was going to have snacks and everything. So I found a shop. It was a Ladbrokes bookie, closed down. The rent was only £4,000 a year. The council wouldn't give me planning permission. Okay. They said there's a high risk of drug dealing in that pool club that you want to open because the area and the background of the area, and it's got high drug use there, right? And they refused me planning permission for a pool club. They said you can have a cafe or something, but you can't have a pool club. So I went back to the books, and the book said, don't give up. If you can't do one way, find another way. At that time, me and my best friend, we used to have Monopoly competitions in White City. It's like a council estate near Shepherd's Bush, right? And there was a Chinese guy, my friend goes, this guy keeps buying these council flats and fixing them and selling them, and he's making money. I said, why don't us four come together and buy one of these White City flats? Let's put £2,000 each deposit and do it 4 ways. And let's take over White City. Like my ambition was there from the books.
Yeah.
My friends agreed, but every month one was not doing anything, and one by one they gave up. I said, I'm going to buy it myself. I'm going to buy one of these flats myself. And then I just went to an estate agent, started looking for properties in White City, and one flat came up straight away.
But these ex-council estate, or are they?
Yeah, ex-council estate. At that time, very bad reputation. You didn't even have to pay stamp duty. The government called it a deprived area, right? But I used to walk through school I used to walk through White City to go to school. This particular block is called Batman Close, yeah?
Yeah.
It's called Batman Close, a very fun, mad name, yeah? For any viewers, the postcode W127N for November, U for umbrella. You can Google map it. So this flat came for sale, and it was £60,000 in 1997. Yeah. I said to the estate agent, I said, I'm going to buy it. Right. I said, I want this flat. They said, have you got a mortgage? I lied. I said, yeah, I got a mortgage. Have you got deposit? Yeah, I got deposit. Okay, fill in this paper. Right. So I didn't have a mortgage. What could I do? There was no internet searches much those days. I went to a normal newspaper, Evening Standard, and found a broker in the paper. And I had to go Edgware Road to meet this broker, Jim Smith. And then we tried for months to get a mortgage for me. I had £4,000 student loan. I loaned 3,000 from my friends and family. I had 7,000.
Yeah.
But my credit history was, I didn't even know my credit history. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the books, I kept reading the books. They said, no, you got to carry on, be persistent. So my broker rings me and he says, look, no one's going to give you the mortgage. I said, no, try one more place.
Yeah.
He goes, come down to the office. I went down to the office and he says to me, look, Sunil, your last chance is the manager of Abbey National in Shepherd's Bush. Okay. If he says no, forget it and don't come back to the office. And I said to him, no. I said, if he says no, we got to carry on trying. And he was like, I'm just being straight. We're not going to do no more applications. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I went there, put a suit on, watch, smart as I could. Yeah. But I must have looked 16. Right. So I'm there and he says, look, the head office has given me the decision, because those days the manager could give you a mortgage. Yeah. Now they can't, right? It's all head offices, but the managers, he says up to me, but he goes, can you handle the mortgage? I said, yeah, I can handle it.
Yeah.
And he kept walking up and down. The manager, I remember him, Mark Shillotto, kept walking up and down and he kept saying, can you handle the mortgage? Your age, are you sure? And I looked at him and I remember the books were saying you have to be enthusiastic, you have to be passionate, and you have to show that you believe in it. So I said, yes, I can handle the mortgage. He goes, all right, I'll give you the mortgage.
Yeah.
But I need a permanent work reference for you. Okay. So my friend at the time had an IT company and he gave me a permanent job. I took that to the bank manager. He stamped it and he said, look, here's your first mortgage. And I think he knew that, how the hell did he get a permanent job so quick? Yeah. When he took the paper, he winked at me like, well done. He couldn't say that I know what you've done. You're going to get a permanent job from your friend. So he gave me the mortgage and the estate agent said to me, listen, we were going to give you, somebody else wanted to buy that flat. You are this close to losing it. Yeah. But you got the flat. So I got the flat. The day I had the keys of that flat, I only had £100 for furniture.
Oh, okay.
And nothing else. Like, I didn't know how to rent it out. I didn't know what am I going to do, but I knew I was a property owner, yeah? And I grabbed the keys so hard, my hand nearly started bleeding. You know, because it was so hard to get that property and I felt so proud. Yeah. I grabbed it so tight and it was like, I bought the furniture off the man who sold me the flat. unfortunately his mum had passed away. I said, I wanted something nice in this. I went to Argos and I bought a £99 chandelier, right? I said, I want something nice in that property. There's nothing, everything's a little bit old. So I bought this chandelier, £99, put it up. And then I thought, bloody hell, how am I going to rent this? Even these days, I always teach people, jump in the deep end and learn to swim after, yeah? So that's what I done. Luckily, a friend of mine was working for an estate agent and he found me a tenant. But my first tenant was double my age. He was 40 years old. Okay. Right? That's how I got started as an entrepreneur.
If you could recommend one book to any of your viewers now, what would that one book be?
I'll bring it over because I always keep them with me.
So guys, Sunil's just about to get one of his books that basically taught him and motivated him through business and life.
This is the actual Richard Branson book that I read, yeah?
Oh wow.
So this is the actual one, and it's called Rich obviously Mick Brown, Richard Branson, Inside Story.
Wow.
Authorized biography, right?
Richard Branson, the Inside Story. Wow.
This one taught me that when Richard Branson was young, his first business venture was Christmas trees. He was growing and selling Christmas trees at a young age, right? And so he was smart. He was growing the Christmas trees in January and they were ready in December. So smart. And the second book, obviously everyone knows this, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This teaches you real money techniques, yeah? It's free on YouTube. You can get it on YouTube for free.
So Rich Dad.
And you might get this on YouTube for free, I don't know. You can search it, guys. And then Warren Buffett. This one is called The Snowball, Warren Buffett, yeah?
Okay, The Snowball.
So, but what I've learned, so let's say, if being a businessman, you need weapons, right?
Yeah.
This gives me the engine. This book gave me the engine, yeah?
Yeah.
And the insight. This book gave me money skills, because you got to handle the money, right? And this book, not only this book, you can go to YouTube and follow Warren Buffett, but I read a few of his books.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett, I'm not into war and weapons. He gave me the nuclear weapons. I want everyone watching this to know this, yeah? This Richard Branson, everyone knows him. But the way my mind was working is, how was Richard Branson successful? How?
Yeah.
He can't just wake up and be successful. Richard Branson's successful because of his mum.
Yeah.
And I've met his mum. And she is awesome, Eva Branson. Richard Branson's success because of his mum, right? And his financial success came from Freddie Laker, the airline owner. Before Richard Branson started Virgin Airlines, he consulted with Freddie Laker. I'm sure it's Freddie Laker. And when Richard Branson had to fight with British Airways, Richard Branson was going bankrupt because British Airways was using dirty tactics.
Yeah.
Richard Branson went to Freddie Laker and said, how do I fight British Airways? And he fought, and Richard Branson won the court case, yeah? Anyone watching this video, your mind has to go away from the herd.
Yeah.
Yeah? The government system, the banking system is designed to keep you in debt.
Definitely.
Right? It's to keep you in debt. And the education system, most of it is to create employees and soldiers for war, right? And to control.
Exactly.
They don't like people going against the grain. They don't like it. I've lived by the sword and I've died by the sword. I started with a student loan and I built over 20 million pounds of assets, right? I net £1 million a year. And I said to myself, you know what? I don't want to swear on this video. I said, F everybody. If they want to take my TikTok account away, take it away. You want to take my YouTube channel, take it away. I don't need you guys. I came from the streets. I made it to the peaks. You don't determine my life. Take away my TikTok, take away YouTube. Then I got all my power back.
Yeah.
I got all my strength back, right? One of my videos was reinstated. 5,000 views. The other video reinstated, the other videos were gone, and I lost the algorithm stopped showing my videos. I don't care. You don't determine me. I've already won in a financial sense. don't let anybody control you, right? Even social media, I mean, don't overdo it. But I mean, once you let go of control and you are in your own lane, something amazing happens, you become powerful. Forget money, leave money out of it. One of the most important things in your life is freedom. But the governments and the banks and the televisions and the newspapers want to put 95% of society into this tax-paying box.
9 to 5 job, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm going through that myself at the moment. Something a little bit similar to how you mentioned. Like at the moment, my dream is to continue with YouTube and build a motivational channel as well. And, you know, I've got my own family pressuring me saying, you know what, you've just finished uni. And I never wanted to go to uni. I didn't want to, but I finished it and I got a good grade. But I'm still like, they're saying, you know, now you need to get a job. And I'm like, no, I'm still young. I just want to, you know, work on building my brand, building my, you know, and I'm now looking into getting my first property as well to help me fund my dream, which is social media. But sometimes you have to work against that force, as you're saying, pretty much as well. And, you know, really fight against it. So definitely I would agree with that.
In my opinion, the 9 to 5 job is over. Yeah. There's no job for life, right? Look at the redundancies right now. Life, one of the biggest things I can teach anybody watching this video is not resources, it's resourcefulness, yeah? Right? So I'm always looking for the opportunity. The government's giving amazing loans at the lowest interest rate. When I took my first mortgage in 1997, it was 6.7% interest. The interest rate now is 2% on a mortgage. The bounce back loan is 2.3 if you even it out, right? As a businessman, I was looking, what's the opportunity? Bounce back loans, C-bills, lowest interest.
Now, kind of looking back, would you say that actually this was always something you wanted to do, or that you're doing at the moment?
I mean, it's in my DNA. I'm a wheeler dealer salesperson. Take all the money away, I think I can build it again in 10 years. Most entrepreneurs, if they lost the money, they'd get it back. Next year, I'm slowing down things. I'm going to start doing some hobbies, right? This is why I'm on social media. I'll be doing much more interviews. I'm a motivational speaker. So I want to speak all around the world, right?
Yeah.
And it's my passion. I want to be one of the best motivational speakers that ever lived. That's one of my goals in my life, right? Not for money. This is legacy. Because I'm in my late 40s,
yeah?
So I'm in a period of time of legacy. I was supposed to retire at 40, but what do you do? What do you do when you have a character, you can make something out of nothing, and you can see through lies, you can see through money printing. So can that person sit on the beach for more than a month and just play golf and eat dinner? No. I would never retire. I think even if I hit the age of 80, 90, they say, my God, he's gone into this now, he's gone into that.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention it before, I've got a big event with GaryVee.
Okay.
It's coming down. Do you know of the event?
You want to tell everyone?
Yeah, I haven't promoted it much because it was postponed. It was supposed to be May, then we made it to January next year. Last week, we just negotiated. GaryVee's coming to London, October, Friday, October 29th, 2021. He's coming to London, right? And tickets are at GaryVeeinLondon.com. I went for GaryVee because he's not fake. The guy's not fake. Do you get it? He's not fake. And I've done business with him, yeah? When GaryVee says, I don't do speaking on a weekend, he doesn't do speaking on a weekend. He's coming on a Friday. I negotiated. I got him on a Saturday, but it got postponed. This time, he said, I'm not coming on a weekend. So I know he's not a fake guy, and he's helping people make money.
If you guys want the link, it's GaryVeeinLondon.com, and literally right now is the best time to get your tickets if you guys want to go there and see that live event. So definitely do not miss it. The link will be in the description as well. And obviously, will you be speaking as well?
Yeah, I'm speaking at the event. I'll be speaking for an hour and a half. Okay. We have a few other speakers. We've not got too many because I've had everyone trying to get on the stage. Yeah. They cannot bring value to the people. I've turned down £100,000
Wow.
Because they want to come on stage and sell.
Yeah.
But 3 people offer me £35,000 each. Sunil, can we come on, but let us sell public speaking courses. Let us sell Forex.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to do a disservice to my followers, yeah? I have a company, you can see behind. These are 3 of my proudest companies, yeah? Integrity Gold, Integrity Events Limited, and White City Estates Limited. That's 3 of my babies, right? And Integrity Gold, I only opened it 2 months ago.
Wow.
I didn't know much about gold and silver. I became a student the way I was in 1997, watching every video, talking to every shop owner that sells gold, researching the prices, seeing the lies in the industry, analyzing. And in this event, the GaryVee, I will be talking about how I am buying gold, and how they can buy gold, and how they can sell gold. Because a lot of people don't know where they're going to sell gold. People say, all right, I can buy it, but how do I sell it? Let me research it. Let me make the road clear. I do a lot of business in Dubai. I'm an investor, and I'm an official investor in Dubai. So I fly there 3-4 times a year. I have properties out there, and I have 2 off-plan villas ready 3rd quarter of next year.
Wow.
My connections in Dubai, I've messaged them. I said, listen, well, next time I come to Dubai, you take me to the gold dealers. Take me, I mean, they're born in Dubai. So some of my friends there. I said, take me to your gold dealers, because I want to start buying and selling gold. One of the greatest tips I can give everybody watching this, if everyone's listening right now, yeah? When you buy and sell houses, you're taxed 5 ways.
Yeah.
When you remortgage a house, when you equity release, right? So the value goes up and you take the money out, you don't sell it. You take an equity release. This tax-free.
Yeah.
Right? So it's tax-free and you can do anything. You can buy a Lamborghini and the government can't say, oh, he hasn't paid his tax, because loans are tax-free. Nobody should be selling their houses. They should be remortgaging it out.
Yeah.
Take the fake money and make more money off the fake money. This is how the whole system is working, right?
Yeah.
And interest rates are low.
For the viewers watching, like, how many properties and businesses are you managing or working at a moment, and how many do you have at a moment on your portfolio? I just can see 3 obviously behind you, but how many do you have?
In the UK, I have over 15 properties, right?
Okay, wow.
But quantity, I know somebody in Wales who has 400 houses, right? But it's not quantity of houses, it's the quality of the house, right? So I might have 15 properties in the UK, yeah?
Yeah.
But it's the same as 100 in Wales. And what I've done consistently is remortgage. So I could teach you something and it will blow your mind, right?
Yeah.
But it might take me time to teach you, but I don't know if I can explain it. I'll explain it, yeah? But it will blow the viewer's mind, yeah? They'll say, what the hell? What the hell, yeah?
So guys, Sunil's actually going to teach us a strategy called infinite return.
Something called an infinite return, right? So let's say I buy a property, I find a house in Hounslow, and I buy it for 400,000. It's on the market for 400,000 pounds, yeah? And I put 80,000 pound deposit down, hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
So it's 420,000 the bank loaned me, and I put down 80,000 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I've done in the last 23 years is this. As soon as I get a property, the first thing I want is my 80,000 pound out.
Yeah.
Right? So no matter it could be loaned money, I could have Visa carded it, I could have taken it from family and friends, it could be my hard-earned savings. I want 80,000 pound out, right? So what I will do is, as soon as I've got the property, I'll only buy a property I can, you don't want to spend a lot, right? Extensions and lofts, right? Lofts not too bad, but you want to do something where you move the kitchen into the living room, for example, right? You move the kitchen into the living room, because the living room's 20 foot square, yeah? You've moved the kitchen to the living room. You create an open plan living room, which is acceptable in UK. All the new build companies do it, right? You've created another bedroom now in the house. The house automatically from a 3-bedroom became a 4-bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Underneath the stairs, there was a bit of space there. You found some space. I've done this in my house. You've made a toilet, shower, and a sink for another 3-4 grand. You bought a 3-bedroom property. You've made it into a 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Yeah.
You made it into 4-bedroom, 2 bathroom by spending. You can use the same goddamn kitchen. Yeah. I've done it before. I've told the builder what you said. I said, no, take the same kitchen. I'll get a new worktop, or use the same worktop if it's marble. Let's say you spend £6,000, but you made the house into a 4-bedroom and an extra bathroom, and you made it really nice inside, like, whatever. You changed it around, put some light fittings.
Yeah.
So the property price, you paid 400 for it. Now, the whole property market is fake. This house that I paid £400,000 for has an insurance build value. If that house unfortunately burnt down, it would cost 200,000 to build the house up. So the 200,000 is fake.
Yeah.
It's fake. Yeah. Right? So what you do is you wait for the newspaper story will come out, or a stamp duty change. During COVID, house prices went up 6%. 6%, and stocks and shares went up 6% when the whole world was in financial crisis. Why? Because the governments control house prices. House prices have gone up. It will come. House market is strong. You phone the bank, I want to remortgage this house to another lender, or go to the same bank, you want an equity release. The surveyor will come in and you could say to him, look, I built a new kitchen, cost me 10 grand.
Yeah.
I put this, I made an ensuite here, cost me 5 grand. I put 15 grand. No, it cost you 5 grand. But some people do pay 15 grand for these type of works, right? £15,000. And look at the market. Have you seen the newspaper story today? Because surveyors control the property market, right? And look, can you please help me? You say to the surveyor, look, I really need this remortgage to go through. I want to buy some more houses. Interest rate is low. Please help me. The night before he comes, you do some comparables. You go to land registry. You find out someone that sold houses at a high price in that area. You give him something. So he comes back. He values, let's say hypothetically, he values the house at 500,000, yeah?
Yeah.
And the bank loans you 420. They release you 80,000, right? Yeah? So you've taken out 80,000 now, right? You spent 5,000 on your renovation. So let's say you've only got £5,000 left in that house now, right? But the house, you've moved out and you rented the house now. Interest rates are so goddamn low. Let's say you're getting £1,500 a month rent for that freehold house, because there's no service charge, freehold. Your mortgage is, let's say you've remortgaged it heavily, 700, interest only, right? So now you're making £800 a month. That house is netting you £800 a month, yeah? Times 12. £9,600 a year that house is making you, yeah? You got no money in that house, because within 7-8 months, you've got the last 5,000 out in rent profit, yeah? Once you've got every penny of your £80,000 out of that house, but you still own the house, that's called the infinite return.
Okay, I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is what I do. I go in, once I've got the key of the house or the business, like these businesses, the same thing.
Yeah.
If I put £50,000, like for the Gary Vaynerchuk event, £250,000, right? The whole event's costing me £250,000. We put 50% down. We negotiate a discount from GaryVee. You know, the first thing I'm looking, get my money out. My 250K, although at the moment it's about 100K investment because I've got stage payments. I want £100,000 of ticket sales out.
Yeah.
And I want my 250, and I'm obsessed until I get my 250 out. Once the 250 out, I phoned my team, boom, infinite return. Most people, they start a business, right? Or they buy a house. They don't bloody think, I put 80 grand in there, I want it out. 80,000 pounds in there, yeah? 80,000, rent it out, more profit. If house prices crash, you are FUC, yeah? Now, look at this. I took 80,000 pounds out and I bought another house, yeah? There was a crash because the governments can control. One stamp duty change, the house price will go down, right? I got no money in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
I got nothing in there. My 80,000 is out, right? I'm still getting my rent. Yeah, but house prices will never go less than 40% in our history. It won't go down less than 40, 50%. That's why banks always take a minimum 50% deposit, yeah? If you can do this in everything, right? Put the money in, get it out, next thing, in, out, in, out, in, out. Anyone watching this video, if you can go on that form, this is Robert Kiyosaki's formula, yeah? I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki, yeah? Infinite return.
Before kind of wrapping up and everything, I know that there are some questions that people are dying to hear probably. So can we do a really quick round of fire questions?
Yes.
Sunil, what's your biggest joy in life?
Sex.
Okay. What is your greatest accomplishment?
First £1 million.
And what is your greatest fear in life or business?
Not achieving my potential.
And how do you motivate yourself?
Loud music, pumping my chest, press ups, physical. I'm a physical guy. Shadow boxing, like moving my body, and I demand action from myself. I demand, and I practice what I preach, right? So I demand this body, this mind to achieve my goal. And I think what motivates me, if I have a goal, it's very unlikely I will fail achieving that goal. I will find a way. So it's important to have the right goal. That's the problem in life. People are trying to achieve the wrong goals, right?
Okay, do you want the next question?
Yeah.
So, actually, I'll do this question in a minute. So what advice would you tell your fans or a young person watching right now?
Wow, this is great, yeah. Well, I'll do quick fire and I'll go into it, yeah? Never give up. You've got many years to fail your way to success, yeah? So anybody watching this and you don't have much money and life is hard, right? You can become a millionaire very quick. It took me 12 years. You can make money really quick. Don't get addicted to social media, right? Because look, I'm full of energy, you're full of energy, yeah? When you start scrolling the phone, like I do it, I'm guilty of it, yeah?
Me too.
1 or 2 hours can go by, right? You're scrolling, checking the views, what that comment, you flick from Insta to YouTube to Facebook, you're flicking WhatsApp. Trust me, it's draining. That is draining your energy and your potential. It drains me, but I'm using social media as a tool to reach people. So for me, it's another angle there, right? On social media, you're a consumer or you're a producer. I want all of you be producers. Don't let this social media dopamine kick drain you, right? Like use social media for your benefit as well. If you're going to sell something, sell some amazing products, right? And you need to be connected to Amazon, eBay somehow. Find a way to get connected to Amazon, eBay, electric, Tesla. That's where things are going, yeah? I'm thinking different. Like I want all of you to think different. I want you to keep reading, keep studying gold, silver, right? Gold and silver. I will be selling gold and silver. Hopefully we're up and running and I'll be giving all the information. Silver's very cheap. You can hold some silver, right? So I will teach people, you can go off and the bullion by post is a big one in the UK. Watch some videos, start researching gold and silver. The property market is fake. I'm telling everybody, yeah? It's a fake market. So you have to be bloody clever to time it and make money from a fake market. Gold and silver is not fake. You can't print gold and silver. Yeah. There's only 3 Olympic swimming pools of gold and silver, 3 Olympic swimming pools of gold in the whole world. It comes from the stars. They can't fake it out. So it's like an insurance policy. Everybody should be learning how to hold a little bit of gold or silver for themselves for the future. Another thing everybody's got to know, because this is a good time for this video, right? And this video, everybody watching this video, you should make it viral.
Yeah.
Because there's not much content that is coming around that me and AJ here, we're bringing out content that's not around a lot of places right now. There's people trying to get you into a damn funnel, right? Using NLP techniques and whatever.
Yeah, no, honestly, as Sunil said, like this information that at the moment Sunil's giving us, this video alone, if you were to put a value on this live stream, I mean, there's influencers who sell this type of information for so much, and you know they'd put a price on this. It'd be part of a private website. You'd have to then and it would all be broken into little videos where you'd have to pay each video. But whereas in this video you're getting the whole bowl from Sunil. So honestly, thank you again. I really do appreciate this, to be able to give it out to those people who really want it and and want to learn. What are your next goals?
Okay, my next goal is want to buy some land.
Yeah.
Want to buy an acre of land around London somewhere. I want to go into land, yeah, and I want to build my dream house. So I'm putting it out there. Today's date is 28th of November. I want to buy half an acre to an acre of land around London or outskirts of London, and I want to build like a gift for myself, a legacy. I want to be remembered as that was one of the best motivational speakers ever, right? So I can just help and motivate people and just travel the whole world. You know, that's what I want to do now.
Honestly, that's the dream. So it's really interesting that you started talking about manifestation, because that was my next question, and I was literally going to ask, have you ever manifested anything? Which I think you've answered. But like, how do you go about your manifestation? How do you manifest things? Do you have a specific way that you do it?
I'm always in a daydream world, right? Like if you research, there's a singer, Nicki Minaj, right? If you research Nicki Minaj, one of the best singers in the world, yeah?
Yeah.
When she was young, and I think she's the same, she's always in a dream world. So some people have a creative mind where they're always in a dream state. And there's this imagining. So I'm always in this imagining state. So the house I want to build on the land, I can feel the atmosphere of it. Like fire, the first human who created fire in this world, he must have imagined the thing before it came, right? Like how he was doing it and whatever. So if you just continuously focus on one thing, the world will open up some doors for you that you won't even believe. One opportunity makes you the £1 million. One interview with the right person gets you Channel 5 contacting you. Can you do a vlog for us?
Yeah.
But most people are not persistent enough.
Yeah.
They don't want pain. They've had it too comfortable. They don't understand pain is part of the process. Struggle is part of the process. People cannot see behind the scenes what I go through. Like it's hell sometimes running a business, but we have to enjoy running them. But new entrepreneurs try to enjoy the journey. It's not going to be easy, but your passion, your goal will see you through to the other side. And you might have to maneuver. You might have to open another YouTube channel. Yeah. You might have to open a couple of more accounts. You might have to buy some ads to get the exposure. You don't know. It's very, the journey is not like that. I mean, there's lots of graphs in it. People think the entrepreneur journey is like no chance. It's like this.
Yeah.
And there's massive lows. And you know what? Those lows make you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're nearly in tears, when you're bruised up and you're in a low, that gives you the stamina when you're up here.
Couple more very quick questions.
Yeah.
How do you keep expanding your mindset and your beliefs? I think you kind of answered that somewhat, but in general, if you had to sum up how you keep expanding your mindset and your beliefs, what would you say?
Studying.
Yeah. Okay, studying.
I'm a student even now, right?
Yeah.
I will be watching a gold video tonight. I have Audible.
Yeah.
And I have 2 books on the go.
And
I have
just
a book
learning.
there, Why Gold, Why Now? I have another book about marketing from Seth Godin.
Yeah.
I'm a student. And you know what? I put 2 fingers up to the teachers in school that told me off, and oh, you're not concentrating, Sunil. Oh, you talk too much in class. And in my reports, Sunil talks too much in class. If he didn't talk so much, he would get more work done. 2 fingers up to you. Exactly. I'm in my late 40s and I'm still studying. An entrepreneur is a self-starter. I failed. The amount of failures I went through, people won't know. I'm used to failing, but I fell fast.
Yeah.
I fell forward and I come back.
And as they say, without failing, you can never achieve, in the sense, like, you have to fail in order to achieve, like, because you just keep learning from your failure. If you didn't fail, you wouldn't learn anything. So, as you say, knowledge is power. What one piece of advice would you give to someone to change their life? I'm coming to you and I say, what's one piece of advice you're going to give me, Sunil, to change my life? What would that be?
Right. From a young age, right? If you're used to a lot of pain and trauma from a young age, and you've had it most of your life, yeah, then it's very hard to even move yourself out. If you're used to suffering most of your life, you're used to hard time, that's all you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? It's all you know is struggle, pain, hard, tears, bereavement, loss, violence, drugs. It's all you know, right? It's like, that's my life. And you can keep manifesting the same life because all you know. So the advice is, and I go through this myself, is that, you know what, break the chain. You can be happy. You can be happy. You can achieve your dream. You can smile. You can get married. You can have beautiful children. You can build a good relationship. You can build a good business. You can be happy. But if you suffered most of your life as all you know, there's something in a human where that's life. Yeah. That's life. That's all we know, right? Like, potentially royal family, right?
Yeah.
Whole life is conditioned in a certain way where everything is done for you, right? That's all they know. I'm not saying they don't suffer and get depressed, but all they know is comfort, 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 and they expect comfort all the time, right? I come from a background, I'm used to pain and struggle and fighting for my goals and never give up and push through, like addictions, whatever, keep pushing. I'm at the point in my life where I say, you know what, life doesn't have to be the struggle until the day I die. The advice to everybody is say, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be rich.
Just change your way of thinking and believe that it is possible to get there and it will happen. It's just... You have to believe it. So it goes almost back to manifesting, in a sense. You have to manifest that actually there is a possibility that, yeah, this is possible. Even with YouTube, like, I've really changed my mindset. So with my old channel, I had another channel, and I mean, it's still my second channel, but like, I was uploading daily, and, you know, and then I stopped, and but either way, like, even with life in general, I was bullied really, really badly growing up, like really, really badly. And, you know, I had suicidal ideations and everything. And I was thinking, you know, that's the only way out. But now, if somebody, you know, starts putting me down, I'm able to, you know, click back up, and I'm actually and I'm able to, like, brush it off and, you know, deal with that, you know, exact thing. Because you know what, I learned the hard way. And if anyone's having bullying issues, you know, trust me, it will get better. And when that happens to you in the future, again, if it does, you'll be able to deal with it so much better. I mean, now I see my bullies sometimes walking, and I'm like, oh, hey, I'm the one who approaches them. I'm like, hey, how are you? And, you know, and it's just, and you get satisfaction from that almost. It might be sick to get satisfaction, but I get that satisfaction, you know, to go, oh, so what are you doing now? And I've proved, like, you know, everything. Yeah. So, and I'm sure, you know, you're the same in that sense.
Tables turn, right? Like, I had a best friend in school, yeah? His name was Michael, right? And when we was young, he used to come to my house, and, like, obviously I'm Indian, he's a black guy, right? Yeah. But he's one of the toughest, because he's so tall, and I think his brothers or whatever, is quite tough, yeah? So when we went to secondary school, by chance, we ended up in the same secondary school as well, yeah? And then he started smoking weed and stuff, but I was studying. I was too bloody young to smoke weed. We were 12, 13, 14, 15. And he was like, went in, there's some, every class has got the hardest guys, right? So he was part of the hardest guys, right, in the whole class and stuff. And he didn't start talking to me much, right? And it was like, he just kind of, the friendship was kind of over because I'm the bad man, right? And whatever. But I was all right. We had our little group in the class, but they used to come in stoned and whatever, right? Then we went on a school trip. And I was playing some jokes. I remember he threw a can. And the can hit my nose, and my nose was bleeding up here. Not like my nose was smashed, but it kind of grazed here. But it was not nice for me. And it was like very, very, not a nice situation, but I was only maybe 15 that time. I can't remember, I was singing some song and he didn't like it, or I think he just threw it across the thing. We were all in the dormitory. So it was horrible because my nose was cut across here, right? And then a few years after, like, the man I am now, I would have smashed him to pieces, yeah? Like, but the kind of aura that he had for himself, I'm a bad man, and that age, I just wanted fun. I had my friends. Don't get me wrong, I had my fights in school. Like, I used to have my fights. I had my pecking order. Yeah. But it just shocked me. When he threw the can, it was just a shock that he just cut my nose on the top. And it was like, no, that's... Anyway, we left school, I went college, I went down my path, he went down his path and whatever, right? One day, I was going down Hammersmith subway, train subway, and he was on the side selling these pictures on the side of the subway. Like, I don't know, you're not supposed to sell pictures there. Like somebody that's begging.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's not begging, he's selling these pictures in the bottom of his underground subway. Yeah, maybe he's like gone heavily into drugs or whatever. And he goes, oh, Sunil. And I said, oh, Michael, right? And then I walked past. Then on social media, he contacted me because I'm everywhere. So I was, oh, Sunil, man, I see you on social media, you're doing big. And I just ignored him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you wanted to be the bad boy. You wanted to go and smoke weed at that age. We were supposed to be friends from school. How could you throw that can? They want to bully people in school and act like the bad man and everything.
Yeah.
Later on in life, they end up in the subway selling pictures on the side. Now I walk past you in the subway, you're trying to be nice to me now. Yeah? And then you want to messenger talk to me in Facebook because you see my face everywhere in Facebook. I don't want to know you. You laid your bed when you thought you was a bad man in school smoking your weed. We're not friends.
No.
We're not friends.
If anyone is going through bullying at the moment, and you've had that, where you're feeling, or if you're feeling that you want to, like, this is the end for you at the moment, honestly, like, as Sunil says, you're going to find that power within you. Your power may be in speaking in future. You may become the next big motivational speaker. You may become you may even become president, and you may see the people, like, there's so many different ways in which you can, as you say, there's so many different ways. And, you're going to come across that, there will be a day that you come across your person who bullied you again, or, and you'll see that the tables would have flipped. It would have, it's just imminent. If you've been through that, it happens to me now, but I'm still growing, and I still see, like, sometimes, some people slide into my DMs and they're like, oh, hey, how are you? And I'm like, you didn't talk to me back then when I needed a friend at all. I came up to you, you're like, I'll go away. So it really is interesting to see, like, how things do change.
One thing you can do is just share this content to get the platforms, get the subscribers up for AJ, get my subscribers up.
Absolutely.
Not because the intention is not to sell to you guys. The intention is to give you the correct information that you need right now, right? You need to know that when the furlough ends next year, there's going to be another crash, because then the employers are going to let go of the staff, right? The way I see things now, there won't be a property crash that I estimated, because the government is really pumping so much cash in. But if they change the stamp duty law, then the crash is coming. when the furlough ends, there will be a crash. Once the furlough ends, and unfortunately, a lot of people lose their jobs, maybe March or April, right? There'll be a dip in gold and silver prices and a dip in house prices. This is when you should be buying your assets. I'm not saying take advantage of people. I'm not saying when people lose their jobs, take advantage. But what do? The wealth in this world is created in the crashes.
Absolutely.
All of the richest people in the world go shopping when there's a crash. So I want people to get ready for that, and they have to diversify. They have to protect their families.
I think the thing is, we need to prepare ourselves now, and by going out, you're not doing a disservice to anyone else by buying when the crashes are happening. Actually, you know what? You may actually be doing a service to those people, because you may be able to rent that house out to somebody who needs it in the future, if at a reduced rate, maybe when you've got that going on, and if there's another hard time, which there will be 100%. I mean, look at SARS, look at swine flu, look at all of these. There's always been something. So like there is probably most likely going to be number 2 or something, like along the line. So definitely, you're not doing a disservice by going and getting a house when the market crashes, or when gold dips, or when silver dips, or when Bitcoin dips, it honestly, you're actually doing, because you'll also be able to do more for everyone. If somebody has maybe, nothing, it's hard for them to go out. I mean, Sunil, he's employing a lot of people, but if he had nothing, he wouldn't be able to provide those jobs for people who need it the most. So I think that's it really is something that, it just shows that you're not doing a disservice. Actually, you're doing a service to those people, because and you're doing a service to the government as well, because at the end of the day, those people are paying tax on their earnings. You're creating jobs in the future by doing it.
Right. I want to stop this hate mentality. I can't blame people for it. When you see a newspaper story, Starbucks don't pay tax, but how much staff do they employ? And all those staffs are paying mortgages. And the governments give incentives where they want you to work for them.
Yeah.
Right? You don't pay tax on a remortgage or a loan because they want you to take them so they can print money.
Exactly.
They don't care for you. Don't get it twisted. The governments and the banks don't care for you. If you potentially died of starvation and your family was homeless, they don't care. That care is not there. One of the biggest things humans have done is just look for food, right? We're hunter-gatherers for centuries and centuries and centuries, millions of years, right? Most of the human day in the past would be in gathering food and cooking it and waiting for the seasons and corn and all this. Now imagine, if we're struggling right now, imagine 500 years ago when your whole day was to do with creating a dinner, one meal.
Yeah.
One meal, right? Now, we can press a button and the meal comes to you at the door.
Exactly.
Yeah? And you just you just put it in a plate and you eat it, right? So I think all of this in us is like we're all searching, looking. The human brain is so reflective, right? And I think most people, and including me sometimes, is why am I here?
Yeah.
Why am I here? Why you put me here? Why am I here, right? Like, are you playing games with me? Like, the creator or God or whoever, right? You're playing games with me. Like I don't know why I'm here. And you're playing games with me. Like I'm suffering when I'm a good person and I'm getting bad luck. Like I'm a good guy, but bad things are happening to me and I'm suffering and why? So I came to a stage in my life where I create my life.
Absolutely.
God doesn't even come into the equation for me, right? God doesn't even come. I'm sick and tired of God or creator playing games. Of course, there's a creator, because where did the moon come from, right? Where did the sun come from? But I came to realization recently where you're not playing games with me no more, right? I create my happiness. I create my destiny. Everything I want from this life before I leave, I'm going to get it. And you don't come into the equation. You don't come. I'm sick of you playing games with me.
Exactly. And that's,
I'm a good guy.
And exactly. You know what? I've got, I was actually having a discussion with my mum the other day. And, you know, what do you call it? Whenever I say something, my family goes to me, they go, God willing, God willing. And it's like, well, no, not God willing. I'm going to do it. I know I will do it. And that's the end of the story. Like, it doesn't, God willing doesn't come into it. It's not if God wills, then it'll happen. I'm going to work so bloody hard that I get what I want. And that's the end of the story. There's no God willing about it. The thing is, if I want it bad enough, and I'm going to get it bad enough, I'm a bit like that. If I sink my teeth into something, I'm going to get that. Like, I won't let it go. Like, I mean, even with Sunil, like, what do you call it? Sunil can tell you, I messaged him several times. I said, hey, just confirm me tomorrow. Hey, just confirm. And, you know, what do you call it? I didn't let it go because I thought to myself, you know what? I want this interview with Sunil and I won't let it go. And I probably would have messaged him even more. You know, probably commented on his TikToks non-stop. Even if he hadn't noticed me, believe me,
Yes.
I'd have been on my following list, swiping down until, what do you call it? I see him post a new video and I would have commented first comment. I would have been the first comment. And what do you call it? I think if any of you want to do that as well, I think just don't give up. I think that's the key. I really do. Like,
if
but yeah.
anybody wants to interview me, because you're trying, right? Yeah, I mean, what I do is I pray for the health of my family and people that I love, yeah? I pray for the health of family. Everything else I work for.
Yeah.
No one's got control of any other part of my life. Money, strength I demand from my body, getting over problems, any type of depression, any type of sadness. I don't pray for nothing. Nothing determines. Like, I will pray for the health of my family because I want to go the extra mile. I don't want them to suffer. I would die 1,000,000 times for them.
Exactly, yeah.
Especially my sister, right? So I'm secondary. Everything else I work for, everything I will work for, and nothing can determine it. There can be so much things going wrong. Yeah, I'll get more and more angry, but I'll get more and more determined. I'll get more and more solution focused. I'll get more and more how can I. When a human being is like this, he's so hardwired for how can I. I'm finding a solution. How dare you? I'm not going to pray for this, man. I'm going to demand it. I'm going to bring it into my life. Then some door opens up for you. I'm like this, right? I will knock on the industry, right? Can you hear my voice? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm like this, right? If people want to know what I'm like this. So I knock on this door of social media, right? And say gold industry. I'm knocking on the door of the gold industry, yeah? And I'm not getting known. I'm not getting noticed.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the followers. I'm not getting the mortgage offer. I'm not getting something, but I keep knocking the door, yeah? I will knock. I might be knocking for 2-3 years in the industry or trying to break through something, trying to buy one house of one guy or whatever, right?
Absolutely.
Let's say I keep trying, I will keep knocking the door. So there's a mentality in me, and I think everybody should have this, even in the social media world, right? I'll knock the door. There comes a time in me where I think, fuck it, I'm smashing the door down. Yeah? You cannot lock that door on me. I will break the door, and I'm breaking the hinges off the door as well.
Absolutely.
I'm coming so hard. I'm coming with so much conviction. I'm smashing the door and the hinges, and I'm coming in. I'm sick of you being fraudulent, being conspiring, pushing me out of an industry, using dirty tactics. I'm breaking the door. What now?
Yeah.
I broke the door. I made so much noise on the door. I broke it. I created a stir. But this is my mentality. When nobody gave me the mortgage in 1997,
did it? Yeah.
Right? When my second mortgage I exchanged property without a mortgage. I was going to get sued and bankrupted at the age of 24.
Yeah.
And the Jewish bankers helped me in Barclays. They said, "What did you do?" I said, "It wasn't me, it was the broker. The broker put the wrong amount on the wages amount." And they said, "All right." The Jewish bankers helped me out of that spot. I broke the door. I said, "I want my help. I'm a young guy. Everybody, don't be scared of the man with the gun robbing the bank.
Yeah.
Be scared of the man with the briefcase with the suit."
Absolutely.
I'm not wearing a suit and I got no briefcase. I got tie. But I'm telling you, the first person who ripped me off was a solicitor. The first property I bought, the solicitor charged me double what I was supposed to pay, and I had no money.
Yeah.
When I rang them, I said, "Why are you charging me double?" He said, "You don't get the keys until you pay us." I said, "I found you from the law society." They said, "No," but I said, "Well, how can the bill be £2,000? Supposed to be 1,000. Oh, every time you phoned and asked for information, we charged you £150 an hour." So I said, "You guys are the real thieves." They said, "If you don't pay us, you don't get the keys." I'm only 20 years old buying my first council flat, yeah?
Yeah.
So I was angry. I loaned the money off a friend. I took the key. I told them what I thought of them. I shouted in the solicitor's office. I walked out, spat on the ground, which I don't spit now. I spat in front of the office and I walked out.
Yeah.
And I learned, don't trust anybody in this business field. Everybody, the biggest names are the biggest thieves as well. They were part of the law society and they cheated a 20-year-old.
Absolutely.
First time buyer.
And that's the story. I think, what do you call it? Everyone, if you can go do something, do it for yourself. Don't trust anyone. Obviously you could, it depends. It's a hard thing. Some people say don't trust your family too, but that's really difficult and it's a controversial which I won't dive into. But I think end of the day, just do it for yourself. I think that's the key. And I think that's a good note to close on. Do it for yourself, because what do you call it? Like, Sunil has done everything for himself, like from beginning to the end. You heard his story. His mortgage broker was telling him it's not going to be possible. Well, he did it. He got the mortgage. He proved them all wrong. So I think that's something to end on. And what do you call it? Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, just an entrepreneur makes the unseen seen.
Definitely.
Okay? You make the unseen, you create something in this world. That's simply what an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur wants more out of life. The entrepreneur wants to expose his maximum or her maximum potential. An entrepreneur doesn't like the government and the banking system and the education system most of the time. Yeah. A true entrepreneur is simple. They just create the unseen to be seen. For me, true success is rising up every time you fall.
Yeah.
True success is smiling through hell. And never give up on your dreams, everybody. Tough times, tough people.
Yeah.
So don't focus on the money, focus on your goal, focus on your dream. And I'll leave the video with this, because this is the education for me as well. If you're doing what you love, what you truly love, what you was born to do, right? If you're doing what you love, if you're doing what you enjoy to do, and you can make money out of doing that, if it's art, dancing, whatever it is, dog breeding, fishing, you're the happiest person in the world.
Absolutely.
You don't need to become a millionaire, right? You need to be living your passions and your dreams, make money out of it. And if you can become a millionaire doing what you love, then you're the happiest person. Because there's lots of unhappy, very rich people, right? It's important not to be rich in the pocket, be rich in your heart, right? Because you're born with no money, you die with no money. Yeah? No matter how much money you have, you still end up in the same size coffin, unfortunately. Or if you're cremated, everybody's the same, right? The world is insane. The native Indians were correct. Nobody owns the land. Nobody owns the land. While you're here, just do some amazing things. Don't be tainted, and forgive yourself. You might have made some mistakes. Forgive yourself. And if people don't want to forgive you, wish them well and move on. And if you've got any true friends and they're not contacting you and you miss them and you're trying your best to fix the relationship, and like you're giving distance and you're trying to make up, repair relationships with people, and they're not giving the same back, that person never cared for you anyway.
Exactly.
They never cared for you. If you care for somebody, you miss them.
Yeah.
And you'll put a message out, are you okay? Is you all right? Don't care for people, don't care for you. Care for yourself, care for the ones that love you, care for good people, care for the people that deserve it. All right. I love you all. Keep safe, survive COVID times. 2022, the people who survived will be leading the new crop of entrepreneurs and everybody. Yeah, I love you all. Thanks for the interview, AJ. I wish you the best. Subscribe to him. Make sure he grows. Come on, get him to 10. Make sure he has more subscribers than me. Come on, guys. Let's push this. He's an amazing guy, and he's a trier. He's a trier. That's what it's about.
I appreciate that. So what do you call it? Guys, and likewise, please return the favor and make sure to subscribe to Sunil C Patel. And guys, make sure to, if you haven't already, go follow his TikTok, go follow his Instagram. And if you want to go and see him in GaryVee in London.com, make sure to go book tickets for that. And yeah, I can't stress this enough. Thank you so much. I think everyone who's watched this is really appreciating it. So thank you very much for the interview. I do really appreciate it. So guys, if you enjoyed that type of content, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know, and I will be sure to get on some more guests. I have got some more lined up, but guys, please make sure to go and subscribe to Sunil, because he has taken the time to give us that amazing interview and give you guys some secrets which will help you change your life. And I hope that's what this video will do, help you to change your life. So please do share it with your friends and your family. And if you haven't already, please subscribe over here. If you haven't seen my face before, make sure to subscribe over here and watch my last video over here. I love you all. Take care.